Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee, today Nissan Stadium as these two teams square off for a chance to be the champion of the Music City Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Illinois' return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you had functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street, getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Alabama's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game. And the ball slipped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing it down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble for the wide receiver.
Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Here's the handoff. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Now on second down. The give to the tailback. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Illinois lining up quickly. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Pulls it in and looking upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Rides to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Lining up to convert third down. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. The option look. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown time!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Illinois right back to the line. The give. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
Trying play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The offense in hurry at low.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now, because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Spits it out to the back. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. They go to the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. He's going to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. 6th play of the drive coming up. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Gets it out quickly.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Buying some time. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Here comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Illinois lining up quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first position.
Illinois moving it quickly down the field. He'll just keep slinging it. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Coming after it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. The number 1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number 1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Wants to go up top. Floats it out in space. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Hand off from the shotgun.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Illinois right back to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Splits the uprights right down the middle. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They keep attacking through the air. Finds his back in the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Illinois lining up quickly. Looking to go up top on first down. Right down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
To the ground with the back. Gets away from one, finds room. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Complete downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. It's good. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Going to the run to start this second half. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the right. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Safe completion on the screen.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a really unpleasant film session.
And on second down for this offense. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Wants to fire on second down. Makes his connection. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, wants to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's going to pass on second down. Quick strike complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes that Alabama offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Powers through the defender. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This offense has a 2nd down play.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Unloads quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the 1st, and we got a fresh set of downs.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Power football with the run. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Illinois right back to the line.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
They go to the draw. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They move the tight end all over. Right back to the well. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Illinois!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And this is going to be intercepted, a big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Illinois lining up quickly. Keep it on the ground. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quickly complete. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Forced out of the pocket. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He got it.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Handoff to the single back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Mayo. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Going up top on 1st down. And they're not on the same page there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Quick completion on the out route. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. They'll try the run. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The give to the back. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT, or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo's going to be...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On second down, looking again to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. Smashes through. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Trying to get to it. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. On second down, he'll let it fly. Release to the back. Got a man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. They're trying to hurry to the line. They're right on the edge of field goal range here.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Man, this guy has an absolute bomb for a leg. You see the contact? It just sounded different. It sounded like an explosion coming off of his foot. Puts it through the uprights. There's NFL teams watching this game. They're jotting down this dude's name right now because that is an NFL Sunday leg.
That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that may have been this team's last chance to tie this game. You're trailing with under a minute to go. You just got to give your kicker an opportunity. He tried his best, but unable to convert on that field.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out, and they wanted to prove a point. And, David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.